But real quick, so we're going to get right into Q&A, but I have a quick message for you guys, and it really is interesting. My wife and I, we've had, I had a child before my wife and I got married with my previous wife. So that was my older daughter. She's 10. But my wife and I, we've had two kids together, and each kid we had, the epidural, and all that stuff. So we completely went, all out, drugged up, and all this stuff, right? Not crazy, but just letting you know. So we decided as a family, hey, we're gonna try a natural birth this time around. So we started going to this, this doula. Does anyone know what a doula is? But yeah, she's kind of like like almost like an assistant to a midwife or something like that. But basically, she teaches this class on natural childbirth. Okay. So we've been, yeah, it means a woman servant or something like that, which is kind of funny though. But anyway, so she teaches this natural childbirth class, and we've been going to this for the last, I don't know, 6 or 7 weeks. And it's interesting to see, and I was so everyone in the class, just so everyone kind of knows, and I'll kind of relate this to what we're doing today, or what we're doing in this home business industry. So if you're wondering why I'm talking about childbirth right now, but it was really really interesting because everyone in the class wants to do a natural birth, right? That's their goal. Everyone in there. Now, I don't, if you, and hopefully I don't offend any women in here, because I have no idea what it feels like to give birth, obviously. You know what I mean? Um, so I respect everybody. So if you guys, yeah, painful. So if you guys did natural, you didn't do natural, it doesn't matter to me. Like I said, our first two, we didn't, so whatever, that's not the point. But what the point is everyone in the class had a goal, right? They have a goal to go natural. So they're learning how to do this natural birth without basically it's without an epidural. You could still do it in the hospital. We're not talking about in your bed or in your, in the bathtub or anything. We're just talking about you go to the hospital, but you don't use an epidural and stuff like that. So everyone had this goal in the whole classroom. And there's like 5 families. And one of the families was due last week, I believe. So, like in class, she was having, contractions and stuff. It was kind of interesting. But last Wednesday or last Thursday. And so she was ready to go. But it was interesting because you can kind of tell, and I do a lot of training on mindset. Obviously I do the mindset call. I go to this NLP course. I really know how powerful the mind is. And I thought it was really, really interesting because I can kind of tell when someone's going to succeed or when someone's going to fail in the home-based business industry, right? Just with their wording and with the way that they talk about themselves. And I noticed this in this little class. It was really interesting because I was just sitting back. I didn't say anything, obviously, but she was talking, and just the way she was speaking and the way that her mindset was, I knew 100% she would not do it natural. I knew it. Like, I just knew. I was just sitting back and I was like, okay. I knew she wouldn't. And I didn't tell anyone, obviously. I'm not like that, because it's not that big a deal, really. But I just knew it because she was asking the different type of questions like, well, what about the epidural? And, when's the last time you can get it? What's the last point that you can get it if you want to get it? She was kind of saying things like that, right? And I just knew without a doubt she wouldn't do it naturally, just from her mindset point of view, just from her um, language and things of that nature. And sure enough, we found out later that she didn't. And like I said, it's not a big deal, obviously, right? But I'm just saying that mindset really is key. And I'm going to relate this to our home-based business or Empower Network or what we're doing now. Because think about this. Do you know anyone, or maybe yourself, that gets into this business and they're like, well, I'm gonna do Empower Network, but if it doesn't work, then I have my job, or I'll have this, or I'll do this, right? Or they just have this mindset that they're not gonna really, like, there's another option. You know what I mean? There's another way, there's another option to go. And that's another word for eliminating your plan B, right? And I'm not saying eliminate plan B. The plan B will always be there. But in your mind, it can't be. If you join a business and you want to do a business, you have to have the goal of you're going to do it no matter what, no matter how much it hurts, right? As far as childbirth, no matter, and just think about it, even when it comes to childbirth, millions and millions of women have done it for years, right? Before now, without the drug. So it's obviously possible. So same with a home-based business, right? Tons of people have built a home-based business for years, right? Without quitting, right? Or, through pain, through suffering, through going bankruptcy, through losing homes, through all these different setbacks that they run into. Yes, it can hurt. It can sting a little bit, right? It can be hard. But did they ever quit, or did they persevere? Did they make it through? They made it through. They had that mindset that, okay, I'm in this business and I'm doing this business. That I'm doing it, period. Do you see how there's a big difference there? And I can tell you something right now. If any of you, and I'm not picking on anyone, I'm just saying, if any of you in this room joined Empower Network and you're just like, we'll see if it works. If you haven't made a decision that you're going to be building Empower Network, that you're going to build it right now, you're going to build it and you're going to make it happen. You're going to make money with this. If you haven't made that decision, you won't make money. You're not. And I know that's a harsh reality, but it won't happen. If you haven't made a decision, you're going to make money with Empower Network, you're not going to make money with Empower Network. And I hope that doesn't discourage some of you, but hopefully it brings attention to your mindset, if that's you. Interesting, huh? So that was definitely an interesting experience I had last night, seeing the results of what happened and what I knew. And it just really confirms in my mind that you have to have a goal and you have to stick with it. You know what I mean? You have to stick with it. You can't have any doubts in your mind that it's going to work or not. All you have to know, and this is the huge nugget right here, all you have to know is and write this down or something or memorize it, has someone else succeeded at this goal? Has it been done before? And sometimes you can even hit a goal that hasn't been done before, So that's not the answer to everything, but this is something that you should ask yourself. Has it been done before in Empower Network? Just look around. I've done it, right? And as far as childbirth goes, right? Has it been done before? Naturally, it's just hilarious. It's everything comes down to your mindset. It really does. It's so interesting, and I love it because we have a lot of power in our minds. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and